Right now, somewhere in the world, a dog is turning in 3 slow circles, pawing at a blanket, and then carefully, deliberately, pressing their warm body against their sleeping owner. And that owner probably thinks their dog just wants to be cozy. But what if that small, quiet act is one of the most profound things another living creature has ever done for you? Today, we are going to look at something most dog owners have never fully thought about. We are going to peel back the layers on a ritual that happens in millions of homes every single night and ask the question that changes everything. What is your dog actually saying when they choose to sleep beside you? Because here is the truth. When your dog curls up next to you, they are not just looking for warmth. They are making a decision. A conscious, emotionally loaded, biologically ancient decision. And once you understand what that decision really means, you will never look at bedtime the same way again. Let's start at the very beginning, because to understand what your dog is doing, you have to understand what sleep means to them. Sleep is vulnerability. For any animal, including your dog, falling asleep means lowering every defense. It means your muscles relax, your awareness drops, and for a few precious hours, you are completely exposed to the world around you. In the wild, that moment of vulnerability is when predators strike. Evolution spent millions of years burning one lesson into every mammal on the planet: be very, very careful about where and with whom you close your eyes. So when your dog looks at you, then looks at the bed, then climbs up and presses themselves against your leg before drifting off, they are not being impulsive. They are not just following a habit. They are making a calculation that goes all the way back to the very roots of what they are as a species, and the answer they keep arriving at, night after night, is you. You are the safest place they know. Let that sit for a moment. Out of every option available to them, the floor, the couch, the dog bed in the corner, your dog's biology and their heart both arrive at the same conclusion. You are where they want to be when they are at their most helpless. That is not a small thing. That is one of the highest expressions of trust one creature can offer another. Now here is where it gets even more fascinating, because this is not just an emotional phenomenon. This is biology in real time. When a dog sleeps beside you, something measurable starts to happen to both of your bodies. Research into the bond between dogs and their owners has shown that your heart rate and your dog's heart rate will often begin to synchronize during shared sleep. Your breathing patterns begin to mirror each other. Your bodies, without any conscious effort on either of your parts, begin to regulate one another. And what this mutual regulation does is lower cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, in both of you simultaneously. You are literally calming each other's nervous systems just by being in proximity during sleep. Think about that. Your dog is not just a passive presence in your bed. They are an active, biological source of calm for your body, and you are the same for them. The relationship is genuinely bidirectional. You are healing each other every single night. This is part of why people who sleep with dogs consistently report better sleep quality, lower anxiety, and even lower blood pressure over time. It is not placebo. It is biochemistry. Your bodies have learned each other, and they use that knowledge to bring each other into a state of rest that neither of you achieves quite as fully alone. But your dog is doing even more than that. Because dogs did not just stumble into sharing sleep with humans by accident. This behavior reaches back thousands of years, and ancient instinct is still woven into how your dog positions themselves every night. Pay attention the next time your dog settles in beside you, because where they choose to sleep and how they orient their body is not random. Many dogs will naturally position themselves facing the door. They are, without any training or direction, monitoring the primary entry point of the space. They have assigned themselves a job. They are watching the boundary so that you do not have to. Some dogs will press themselves specifically against your back, your blind side, covering the angle you cannot see while you sleep. Others will sleep across your feet, creating a physical anchor that lets them feel your slightest movement without being fully awake. These are ancient pack behaviors. Dogs evolved alongside humans for thousands of years in a context where sleeping in groups meant survival, where everyone had a role, where the safety of one meant the safety of all. Your dog does not know consciously that they are doing any of this. But their body knows. Their instincts know. And night after night, they perform these small acts of guardianship without ever being asked. Now let's talk about something really specific, because one of the most revealing things your dog communicates during sleep is not what they do, but how they position themselves, and most owners completely misread these signals. When your dog curls into a tight ball, tucking their nose toward their tail and keeping their belly protected, that is called the curl position, and it tells you something nuanced. It is a position of trust. They feel safe enough to sleep, but there is still a thread of guardedness present. The belly, the most vulnerable part of any animal's body, stays protected. This is often a position you will see in dogs who are still adjusting to a new environment, dogs who have a history of anxiety, or even confident dogs who are in an unfamiliar situation. It does not mean your dog does not trust you. It means they are trusting you while still holding a little of themselves in reserve, and that is perfectly okay. Contrast that with the sprawl, belly fully exposed, legs loose and flopping in every direction, spine totally relaxed. When your dog sleeps like this, they are telling you something profound. They are saying that in this space, with you, they feel so completely safe that they have switched off every instinct that would normally keep their most vulnerable part protected. The sprawl is the deepest form of emotional safety a dog can express through their body. If you see your dog sleeping like this near you, you are witnessing total and absolute trust. Then there is the position that owners most often misread, the dog who sleeps with their back toward you. People frequently think this is a sign of indifference, or even mild rejection, like the dog is just tolerating your presence. In reality, this is one of the highest trust signals your dog can give. Turning their back to you means they feel so secure in your presence that they do not need to watch you. They are not on alert. They are not monitoring your behavior. They have decided, at the deepest instinctual level, that you do not require monitoring because you are completely safe. In pack dynamics, you turn your back to those you trust completely. Your dog is not ignoring you. They are honoring you. And then there is what I call the pressed-in dog, the one who doesn't just sleep near you but has to be in full contact, zero space between you, maximum surface area touching your body. This is pure devotion expressed through physics. These dogs are seeking connection even in sleep. They want to feel you. They want to know, even without waking, that you are still there. It is affection rendered as a gravitational pull. Here is another layer to this that most people never consider: the extraordinary sensory work your dog is doing while they sleep beside you. Dogs have a sense of smell that is estimated to be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. And over months and years of sleeping beside you, your dog builds an incredibly detailed map of what your body smells like at baseline. They know your resting heart rate by the smell of the chemicals your body produces at rest. They know your cortisol levels by the changes in your breath and your skin. They know what you smell like when you are healthy, when you are slightly off, when you are stressed, when you are coming down with something. This is why dogs have been trained to detect certain illnesses, including some cancers and blood sugar irregularities, before conventional tests pick them up. But your dog does not need special training to build this baseline profile of you. They do it naturally, night after night, simply by being close to you while you sleep. Your dog is accumulating a personal health history of you. They know you're normal better than any device ever could. And studies have shown that dogs will begin behaving differently around owners who are experiencing health changes, more attentive, more clingy, more reluctant to leave their side, often before the person themselves has noticed anything is wrong. Your dog is not just sleeping with you. They are, in a very real sense, watching over you in the most literal biological way possible. Now, there is something important we need to talk about, because understanding all of this also means knowing when to pay attention to a change. If your dog has always slept with you and suddenly stops, if they retreat to another room, if they become reluctant to jump onto the bed, if they seem to be choosing distance where they always chose closeness, do not dismiss it. This behavioral shift is almost always meaningful. In older dogs, withdrawal from shared sleep is one of the earliest and most consistent signs that they are experiencing pain or physical discomfort. Dogs carry a deep biological instinct, inherited from their wild ancestors, to hide vulnerability. An injured or sick animal in the wild is a target. So even your deeply domesticated, completely safe dog may instinctively pull away when they are hurting, moving to a quieter space to conceal what they are experiencing. If you notice this in your older dog especially, a vet visit is worth the peace of mind. In younger or middle-aged dogs, a sudden change in sleeping behavior is often tied to something in the environment. A new person or pet in the home, a change in the scent or sound landscape of the bedroom, a negative association that formed, maybe they were startled awake in that space, or they experienced something stressful near the bed. Dogs form associations powerfully and quickly, and those associations can reshape behavior in ways that look confusing but make complete sense once you understand the trigger. The key thing is this: pay attention. Your dog's sleeping behavior is one of the most honest communication channels they have. They cannot tell you in words that something has changed. But their behavior will always try to. So the next time your dog does their little pre-sleep ritual, the circling, the pawing, the sniffing, the careful arrangement of their body next to yours, I want you to see it differently. I want you to see the full weight of what that moment carries, thousands of years of evolution pointing them toward you. A biological system designed to protect and monitor the one they love. Ancient instincts expressing themselves as warmth against your side. A trust so deep it operates below the level of conscious thought. Your dog is not just sleeping with you. They are choosing you. Every single night. In the most honest language they have. And if that does not make you want to give them the best spot on the bed, I am not sure what will.